Rockery here. Solo today. Dylan is unavailable to attend our activities. So here I am all by my lonesome. Dreed. I'm here to play a little for our... What the heck's going on here? I'm going to put this cancel and I'm going to go like this. A restream chat. It's where it's at. Wow. It's where it's at. I am going to share this particular stream with some music friends in various locations. I've got some music friends in various locations. Oh, I don't want to hear myself talk, though. That is unfortunate. I thought we'd do a little bit more of a chat today. How's my wife's knee? Well, thank you for asking, Chris. She is convalescing upstairs. We got her all set up. A little sore. She's a little sore, by God, but she will prevail. Why? Because she's a warrior. Warrior. Although I keep on annoying her and going, hey, how's your foot? When I know damn well it's her knee. But, you know, that's what I am, just a big old bully. Weird appendage asking questioner. What? None of that made sense. None of that made sense. But she's doing all right. The surgery went well. They said all is good. Now it's just all over, but the doing the doggone exercises to make sure she's going to be ready to rock and roll. Oh, yeah. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to share this over here. Where am I doing? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm going to share this to the Gristle Kingdom, a magical place. It's going to put a big old smile on your face. Don't forget tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, right here in Gristle Lair, the Orange Room. We're going to do a little live with the Koch Marshall Trio, 5 p.m. Central Time. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to engage. Always a request for Hideaway for some reason, and I don't mind playing it because I enjoy shuffles at all times. You know, there's something weird about the guitar tuners when they get down to that last little morsel of battery and you can barely see it. You just want to go, doggone it. Why don't you just tap into my life force and brighten up so I can see what's going on here? Right? Why can't there be a life force tuner that's powered off your life force? Yeah. Here's a question from Peter. He says, thanks for being such a marvelous entertainer. Well, thank you for caring and for tuning in. How to get a Mark Knopfler style down? Well, that's difficult, but not impossible. Someone asked how my wife's doing again. She's doing very well. Thank you very much. When I go Mark-a-Rooney, I usually stash my pick in between my first and middle fingers, and then these two fingers become almost as one, and then they work in conjunction with the thumb. And then I do that. A chicken pick and fricassee, chicken pick and fricassee. And that's, play the stumble. The stumble or Hideaway is what you're saying. What if I played the stumble or Hideaway in the style of Mark Knopfler? Now, there would be an interesting conundrum. Oh. Can you dig it? Unfortunately, right before the broadcast, I realized I had this guitar in E flat because I was playing along with some Jim Hendrix the other day, and so I tuned it up to standard pitch, but that's always a struggle. When you got a floating tremolo, the strings are like, wait a minute, am I E flat? Am I standard tuning? Fight. You know what I'm saying? What? Can you dig it? So this is my old Strat I ordered from the Fender Custom Shop back in 1991. I've had all kinds of different pickups in here, but I put the Fishman Fluence single width pickups in here, and they sound damn delicious. Microphone out of the way a little bit so you can see more of the guitar. The guitar is actually more of it was a transparent sonic blue, but it is gradually greened over the years. There you go. It's hard to see it. The light's a little funky. We're going to do something about the lighting in here. We've got a new camera that we're going to get up to speed that we don't have deployed quite yet, but we will. Did you see that? See that grab? Lord have mercy. There we go. Let me see if I can hear a little bit more of that. Doggone thing here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go like so. And then you can see it a little bit more. Yeah. Good sounding guitar. Is that a nitro finish? It is not, and it would have been, but they didn't do that back then. In the early days of the Custom Shop, they didn't do nitro with this, so this is a poly. Did you like the lace sensors in the Strat Plus? You know, what's interesting is that I actually had lace sensors in this guitar early on. When I first got this guitar, it was really bright. It's ash body. Of course, big old maple neck, and it was a poly finish, so it was bright. And I had Texas Specials in here originally, and it was just, woo! It was a bright beast. So when I put those lace sensors in there, not only did it diminish the noise, but because they take a little bit of the high end off, that's what a lot of people didn't like about them. But for this guitar, it was good. And over the years, this guitar has broken in quite well. So as a result, these Fluence sound really good in this rascal. They sound good in everything, but oh, Band of Gypsies, who knows? That's a great tune. You know, the Band of Gypsies, that tune, Who Knows, in C sharp, right? That tune was the inspiration for my tune Welch's Grape, for those of you who are familiar with it. And Welch's Grape's chords are in C sharp. Right? So it's a C sharp 7 with a sharp 9, the Jimi Hendrix chord. Then I switch the root of that to G and it becomes a G13. Go down a half step, F sharp 13, E13, D9, back to C sharp. That's the whole song. Someone asked for that Hey Baby song, which is one of my, I love all Jimmy's songs, really. But that one's great. It's like, the way I do it anyway. That's a good jam. That's that Hey Baby song, Jim Hendrix. Jim Hendrix, yeah, we. Oh. Can you dig it? What was the longest I've ever gone without changing strings? What's funny about that is back in the day when I was a youngin', playing all through high school, really, I thought, well, you only change strings when you break them. So I had all manner of mung on my strings. And then I would change strings and they'd be all bright sounding. I'm like, God, this sounds awful. And then I have to wait until they were all munged up again. I'd be like, oh, now they sound good. And then I didn't realize, no, it's supposed to sound bright and jangly. Like, I was a slow learner. No one ever told me, hey, Drade, change your damn strings. I thought, why would you change your strings? Just change them when you break them. Because I was always breaking strings like a young stallion. Hongo, gongo, schwigadoo. Breaking an E string, breaking whatever. Oh, I broke the D string. Must be time to, yeah, whatever. Just change that one. And then finally I realized, no, you must change your strings, lad. And then I did. So now I don't, I can tell when they get mungy, when they just are dead or the intonation gets a little funky. I usually don't go any more than three gigs. If I'm on the road, I'll change strings after 2 gigs, 2 to 3, depending on how long the gigs are. Yeah, people used to boil strings. I remember that back in the day. I remember hearing that Eddie Van Halen used to boil his strings. Like, God, really? I thought why are you boiling them? When you get the mung off, would you make a little finger stew, a little mung, serve it with some toast? Finger among stew. Yeah, that new string zing. Am I right, Billy? You are correct. I like those NYXLs. That's what I use. Diodario NYXLs 10 through 46, ladies and gentlemen. 10 through 46. The Dead String Thud. Can you buy them pre-munged? Boy, wouldn't that be great if you could get relic strings? Wouldn't that be great? I get relic strings from the custom shop. They've been savaged by a wolverine, used as a garrote in a guerrilla conflict, and then put into a package for your use. And you never know. Crazier things have happened. I like my strings on the brink of breaking. They get that real excellent tone that all the kids are asking for. We want the mung tone, where it's got mung-infested juices on it. What? Ladies and gentlemen. Gristle mung. Right, Mike Masters. You are correct. I use the D-R-A-D-E spelling, Dave, for Drade. Those of you who are not familiar with that story, my nephew back in the day couldn't say his G's. And every now and again, I'd have to babysit for him. I was a senior in high school when I think he was a freshman in college. I'd come home, and he lived at my grandparents' house with my sister, or his grandparents' house, my parents. I'd come home, and he'd be running around, and they would ditch me. As soon as I got home from college, like, we're for freedom. We can go do whatever, and Greg will watch the kid. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm hanging out with this kid. He's running as he got a little bit older and could talk a little bit. He still couldn't say his G's right. And he'd be around screaming, and I would do I'd be hungover back in the day. Silence, child, I would say. As he's screaming, silence, child. And he'd look at me. Silence yourself, Drade. Because he couldn't say his G's, so I was Drade. I don't know why I wouldn't have been Dread, but whatever. It was Drade. Whatever. Silence yourself, Drade. So please re-explain the chicken plucking. Oh, if I did the explanation about Drade, I gotta reiterate the chicken picking fricassee. All right, I can do that. I'm not afraid of it. All right. Did I ever need to refret the Strat? No, but this is a new neck on here. The original neck is over on that wall, actually. Somehow the neck got stripped, so the truss rod got stripped. So Alex Perez from Fender made me another neck based on the other one. Anyway, so let me give you this little chicken picking tutorial, ladies and gentlemen. So, excuse me, I just burped. That was very unprofessional of me. But, I am drinking a carbonated beverage, and sometimes it makes you do things. Anyway, so I'm on the A string. I got my first finger around the A string. I put my thumb on the same doggone string. And then when I pluck with my thumb, the first finger's right behind us. You get a big old thud. And then I pick that string up right afterwards. You got to pop it a little bit. Actually pick it up and let it slam it again. And as you start going faster, obviously it's not fully muted. You get a... Ooh, Gristle Dog. Be a smart ass, play it right. All I ask for, all I pray, a shy little woman gonna come my way. Anyway, so that's the way I do the chicken pick with the thumb and fingers. If I do a little chord, do a little A chord down here. This little rock and roll pattern where I go. going with the first finger on the A string, thumb on the A string. So I'm going. But when I do that, when I pluck up, hey now, on the first finger on the A string, I'm also going to pluck up with my second finger on the D string and my third finger on my right hand on the G string. Now we're back and forth with this. See what I'm saying? Now I can do that same chicken picking technique with the pick and finger. But now I got my middle finger. No, I'm not saluting you in any way, shape, or form, but I got my middle finger on the A string there with a little bit of a nail. You don't need a whole bunch, just enough of the white. There's a little white shown above the cuticle. I've got that against that A string, and the pick is in front of it on the same doggone string. Now the pick hits a note that's muted because your middle finger's right behind it. Then you use your nail to lift that string up and pop it. So you got... as opposed to... you got... a little brighter sounding. Can you dig it? So if you're doing like I did... see how much brighter that is than... oh. Again with the wise assed him. Dropping picks today. That is most unlike Dre. Dre doesn't usually drop the picks. Right? Do bam bam dam. There you go. A little chicken picking fricassee. Yeah? Yeah, can you dig it? And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just do alternate picking pinch harmonics to give me a chicken picking situation. Right. Close up on that, little rascal. Can you dig it? That's a little poultry. Poultry in motion, as Bill Kirchen liked to say back in the day. A little poultry in motion. Now that little rhythm pattern I did earlier, that... I also use that for the, if I'm doing that Magic Sam thing. You do it like that where it's just thumb, first finger. I used to put my thumb down there to get that G note. Sometimes Sometimes I'll do the chicken picking thing. Hear the difference? Just kind of fun. It adds a different poultry flavoring to your activities, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken picking fricassee. It's good for you and it's good for me. Oh, yes, it is good for me and good for you. Questions out there in movie land. Don't be afraid. No problem sharing the Drade. The Drade activity. So when I'm playing, some solo-y stuff using my fingers or using the pick and the chicken picking land, like if I'm doing something bluesier, I'll usually use my thumb and finger, like doing that one where I'll go. So I'll use my thumb to rake across the strings and then up with the first finger. What's the name of the pickups? These are the Fishman Fluence single width Strat pickup. Where did the song title Welch's Grape come from? Well, my son Dylan named it that, and that's actually in a Biggie Smalls song where he goes, cheese, eggs, and Welch's Grape. And, right? I love it when you call me Big Papa, where he says, chilling in the back, cheese, eggs, and Welch's Grape. And so when I came up with that song, I said, what should we call this song? And Dylan just goes, Welch's Grape. And I said, okay, there it is. There it is. Shout out to Notorious B.I.G. with the song Welch's Grape from Drade and Company. Can you dig it? The single width do have, it's not really a boost, but it functions as a boost, I guess, but it's a second voice. So I actually have it reversed on this guitar because usually what it is when you have, when you pull up the second tone control, it engages the second voice. I actually have it the opposite way. The second voice is a little hotter. Let me close up on this rascal. Come on, doggone it. So this is up right now, and that's the sound of more of like a less output, underwound type of like a earlier Strat pickup. I go down, I get the second voice. Before. After. Can you dig it? There it is. Can and will you dig it? It's raining there, Adam. It was raining here earlier. We're supposed to get a little snow here in the Milwaukee area. Let's see. I'm going to switch guitars now to give you a little different sampling of the sounds lurking. I'm going to grab one of the new colors for 2021 with my signature Gristle Master from our friends at Reverend, which has, of course, my Fishman Fluence Gristle tone pickups on board. Oh, I like it. The question is, Greg, what year pickup were those single widths emulating? It's the 54 Strat in the first position, and then the second position is more of like a Texas Special type of a thing, right? What jam pedals are you using right now? I don't have any plugged in right now, but my pedal board's at the studio where I've been recording, and I have a jam multi-pedal that looks like a little tweed amp that's on my pedal board that has a it's got a lot. It's got their Red Muck pedal on there. It's got the Dalai Lama. It's got the their Univibe. It's got the Waterfall. It's got their flanger on it. And it's got the Dinosaur compressor on it. Can you dig it? And my jam wah. I love my jam wah. That's my main wah as well. Did I own Albert Lee's Starlicks tape back in the day? You know, I didn't have that one. I had the Ray Flack one, as I recall. But I did not have the Albert Lee one. I don't think I did have that one. What other questions out there? Where in a progression is a tasty place for a diminished action? Oh, Jay, you savage beast. Jam has a new Harmonious Monk trem pedal. I'm sure it's good. Usually the fourth measure of a blues is a good place to throw in a little diminished action. I throw a diminished in wherever I can because I'm a glutton for punishment. But usually when you're doing a blues, like the fourth measure of blues, I got right here. Just building up a little tension before you go to the four ski. And you can do any kind of all that works. Yeah, you can add all kinds of craziness to Little Wing. Eric Gales added some cool stuff. Sometimes I like to do it just straight, where I'll do like my old little version of straight. Major chord here, minor. You get funky here. You can do it like do a F9 into the one chord again, and then do like a E minor 11. D over F sharp, G sharp diminished, A minor 11, B minor 11. This is an A over C, and then like a D13 over E flat, E minor 11, F9. B minor 7 to a B flat major. You can make it that's a B flat 9 with a flat 5. Then G minor, C major. And you can just do G major here, F major, C, or D, but it also really works cool with dominant 7. So you can do like a G13, F13, C9, D9, F9 or F13, back to E minor. Good way to end it is down to E minor and then do a little thing on E flat. And then finally end it on G. So this is the new 3-color sunburst version of our friendly neighborhood Reverend Gristlemaster, my signature guitar with our friends at Reverend. Hendrix did it on Hendrix in the West, he did that ending, exactly. I'm thinking E flat Lydian there. And then back to G. All right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do. Right? Good, clean fun for the kids. Good, clean fun for the kids. Good, clean fun for the good, clean fun for the good, clean fun for the... What's your favorite signature Reverend model other than your own? Good question, Peter. I have quite a few of them. I have a Reeves Gabrel Space Hawk. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Which has the on-off switch, the kill switch. As I can do that. Like a benevolent machine gun showering people with benevolent notes of love. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was all about. But then there's a cool phaser, out of phase. Thank you, brain, for kicking in there. Out of phase control on there, that push-pull pot that allows you to do that on the Space Hawk, which sounds fantastic. And the Mr. Wiggles works great on there as well with the Reeves Gabrel's spring that now comes on all of the Reverend Bigsby's, which makes it, you can warble with it, you can do whatever you want to do. Sounds like a Space Raven, right? But it's a Space Hawk. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! I can't do a hawk, so I gotta do the birds that are in my wheelhouse. All right. Hoo 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 hoo. Hoot owl. All right. Anyway, and another one I love is I've got the Rick Vito Soul Shaker in the gray kind of mother of toilet seat, which looks fantastic with the cool binding. I've got one of those. I put a phase switch on that one as well. Push-pull pot so I can get a lot of phase. I love that duck walk. I love to make those ducks walk. Damn it. I have a Pete Anderson. I have 3 Pete Anderson signature guitars. That son of a gun. I've got his baritone, which is fabulous. I play that quite a bit, actually, on gigs with the Koch Marshall Trio, with the KMT. It's got Mr. Wiggles on it. It's got Strat pickup in the middle, but it's a long. It's like a Baja Sexto, the old school baritone, tuned C to C. It'll rattle your polyps. I'll rattle polyps 3 counties over, and I start playing that thing. They're like, "Oh, what's going on with my backside? I feel polyps being riveted away by the sound of rock music." Oh, that's straight. And you're welcome, by the way. Anyway, I like that guitar. And then I have a Pete Anderson PA1 guitar from our friends at Reverend that I have some Fishman Fluence classic humbucker of the open core persuasion. That guitar is fabulous. You might have seen me play that. It's in deep sea blue. It's a beautiful tone hue as well. Daniel says, I love your song, Okie. Great riff. Well, thank you very much. Would a bird be in a wheelhouse? I don't know. Work with me. Caw-caw. Guitars and Cadillacs. Yeah, so that that's the Okie riff. Hey, that little Okie. Yeah, let that be a lesson to one and all, to whatever. Haha, the Sonic Polyp Annihilator. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite Telly bridge pickup? This one. Lost a little bit of control there. That was an old tune of mine called Death of a Bassman. Ladies and gentlemen, I was on a record way back in the day called Radio Free Gristle, which is a record I had out on Steve Vai's label back in 2003. And it made me the 100-air I am today, ladies and gentlemen, as I like to joke about. Actually, that record is being re-released, but it was done as kind of a radio show. I did these crazy voiceovers in between. I decided to re-release it with just the jams on it. So Radio Free Gristle, just the jams, will probably be posted this weekend on my website for a pre-order. So the pre-orders will receive signed copies of that glorious record. I'll keep you apprised of that. How is that harmonic trick done? Oh, Dave. How is that harmonic trick done? That's hard to say. I'm going to switch on this other guitar. Maybe I'll show some harmonic trickery. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. I just used inappropriate language. There is... that's weird you should say that there is EVH in there, because I really never figured out any Van Halen. Actually, after the first 3 Van Halen records, I didn't buy anymore, because it was so... At the time, I just was over it. But I loved the early records, and certainly viewed him as one of the greatest innovators of all time on the instrument, without question. I think I assimilated a lot of his stuff just from being around it. So there's sometimes where I'll play things, people go, it sounds like Eddie Van Halen. It's like, it probably is. Like, for instance, I started doing this thing. And that Eddie Van Halen did that, and I didn't even know that. I heard Roy Buchanan doing something like that, and I also heard I was on a Traveling Wilburys record. I heard that. Something like that, and I was like, that sounds weird. I got to figure that out, so I did. So I have a tune now that goes... These are the new Fishman Fluence Gristle Tone P90s coming out 2021 in this new version of a Reverend Gristle Master with a set neck, Gibson scale, Ebony fingerboard, Bigsby. Of course, the Fishman Fluent pickups are noise-free. Hey, Frank Selman, how you doing? Oh, the one where I did that. Yeah, I hit a harmonic like at the 4th fret on the bottom 3 strings. Then you bend behind the nut, you bend the A string up a whole step. On this one, it's kind of weird because I have to bend kind of down more. And the other one, I just bend this way, and this one, I got to grab and pull it. Woo! A lot of rock and roll in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing wrong with it either. It's good for you. Good, clean fun for the kids. Good, clean fun for the kids. Oh, at the end of Carl, you mean this one? It goes. That's the old Chet Atkins thing. So there I'm just going. You skip strings. So I've got your 12 frets up from where your finger's at here. So I got my fingering here at the 5th fret on the G string and on the high E string. So I'm using my finger, index finger, over 12 frets up here. So I'm on the 17th fret. And I'm using the pick behind it to hit the harmonic. Let me close up on that rascal. So I got this. And I'm using my ring finger on my right hand to just pluck the E string. So you're always string skipping. So you're doing the harmonic on the G string in this instance and plucking the high E string. Now I'm doing it on the D string and B string. Or you can do like... So when I'm going up on that, this is the cool... That's the chord I'm doing. And then what I'm doing is I'm plucking with the D string with my ring finger and then hitting the harmonic on the E string. and then G string, A string. So it starts with D string, E string, and then G string, A string, B string, D string, E string, G string. On the way down, you do the opposite. You do the harmonic first, and then pluck the higher string. So harmonic on the lower string. Right? Crazy business. Can and will you dig it? That's the way we roll here behind the cheddar curtain. Giving you the super secrets on a Friday afternoon. Don't forget, folks, tomorrow afternoon, or 5 p.m. Central Time, we will be live here from this room with the Koch Marshall Trio, and we'll be rocking like warriors. And that's what's going to be happening. Hey, Greg, I'm only able to do that with one finger due to a disability. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How to do it with one finger? Boy, that would be hard to do. You can do some cool harmonics by just strumming 12 frets up and use your palm of your right hand to hit the harmonics. For instance, if I add a little heat, it sounds a little bit better. That's kind of a fun one. Can you dig it? Will you dig it out there in movie land? Will you dig it? Oh. Yes, well, that'll happen. That will happen, ladies and gentlemen. Dig it, yay or nay? That's a good question. That is a good question, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm going to switch now. Who's got the TV on in there? You crazy kids. It's always party time here at Koch Residence. People partying and carrying on. I play a little acoustic. Oh, what am I got going? I got to do it this other way around. I do the other way around. There's going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble. It's going to be double. Let's see how this thing sounds. Oh, yes. Should I go with standard burst or the P90 Gold? That's hard to say, Jay. You got some choices. Carlos Dale. Oh. I've never played it on acoustic before. Never played that on the acoustic before, but that's kind of fun. I gotta see if I can play it on this one. Nope. There we go. Sometimes you just got to go, what the hell? What's going down? All right, folks, thank you so much for dialing in today. That last thing I'm playing, this is a 00028 Martin reimagined with a factory-installed Fishman Matrix Infinity pickup, and I'm going straight into a Fishman Loudbox Performer amp. That's where you're hearing the reverb from, and I got a little SM57 microphone in front of it. That's what you're hearing. Can you dig it? Oh, thank you, Mark. Yes, my wife is doing fine. She's recovering from her surgery. She's kicking it old school. Kicking it old school. Don't forget tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, 5 p.m. Central Time. Be back here in the Orange Room with Dylan and with Toby, rocking out. Don't forget to tune in to the old podcast, Chewing the Gristle, on wherever podcasts are cast. All kinds of great interviews and impromptu chats with a bunch of different folks on there, from Steve Lukather to Jim Campolongo to Red Volkart to Joe Satriani to J.D. Simo to, it goes on and on, Charlie Hunter, diggity dog on it. So many people, so many great people. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more stuff coming, so check those out. There you go. And check out the website for all the latest gristle offerings for your holiday spirit, right? All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you cats on the flippity flop.